All right, if you are an author and you have one or more books published on Amazon, you're going to want to see this because Amazon has a feature that's going to help you to create a lot more exposure for yourself and also demonstrate your expertise, position you as an authority at whatever it is that you do. So if you look here, this is my Amazon author page, and we've got all these links down here. These are actually coming from other websites where I regularly contribute content. We see one here. This is for my column at Chief Executive. This is my column over at Entrepreneur. We've got a whole bunch of them in here, and you can see we can scroll through. I've got a ton of content. I've only recently just started adding some of this to it, but basically what this is doing is it's putting a ton of content that you've created onto your Amazon author profile page, and that helps to showcase your knowledge, your expertise, but it also helps this page to rank better because you've constantly got new, fresh content being added to the page. So this is absolutely something you're going to want to do. It takes you just about 5 minutes to set it up. Doesn't require any special tools or any technical expertise. So what I'm going to do here today is walk you through exactly how we set that up, and let's get started. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is log into your Amazon author profile. So it's just author.amazon.com. If you're not already logged in, obviously it will ask you for your credentials, at which point you will see this. Now, if you scroll down here to the bottom right side, you'll see this little manage blog feeds. So click on that, and we can see here that I've already got a few of them added. So it's as simple as clicking this button that says add new feed, and it's going to ask you for your RSS feed. Now, in most websites, there's going to be an RSS feed that basically it gives whatever platform is trying to pull that content in, it gives it that information that it needs: the title, the link, a description, dates in some cases, all of this kind of stuff. But you don't have to touch any of that. All you have to do is get that URL. So we're going to go up here to my column at Grit Daily. Now, this is part of any major browser these days: Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer. When you right click, you're going to have the option to inspect or view page source. We're going to go ahead and just do view page source. That'll be the cleanest way to do this. Now you're going to see what's going to look like a bunch of code that doesn't probably make sense to most of you. Don't worry about that. All you do is hit Control F, and then we're going to go RSS, right? And what we're looking for is, you can see they're highlighted here. You can even hit these little up and down buttons to jump from each one to the next. And what we're going to look for is not just an RSS feed, right? You see this one here. This is for Grit Daily as a whole. This is for Grit Daily's comments. What we're looking for is the one that has your name in it. So if you noticed, we did this from my profile, my author profile on that particular outlet. So we're looking for the one that has our name in the feed. So we've got it right here. What we're going to do is we're going to copy that. I'm going to make sure to get the whole feed. And then we're going to come back to our author profile. We're going to enter that in here and submit. All right. Now, it says that it's going to be updated within 24 hours typically. I've set a few of these up so far on my own profile page, and they seem to go pretty quickly. It may already be there, in fact. So this article about PR was the recent one. Let's refresh this and see if the Grit Daily. All right, so it's not here yet, but it is probably going to pop in, I would say, within a few hours. That's what I've seen, sometimes even just a few minutes. It just depends on how quickly Amazon's servers get around to pinging that RSS feed and pulling that content in here. So it's not quite there yet. One of the things I want to show you in the meantime is we have to make sure that our name is in that feed, because that's pointing to our articles only, right? In some cases, so like if we look at my column at Entrepreneur, if we go and view the page source here, Entrepreneur does not run on WordPress like this other site does, but it does still have an RSS feed. Most major sites, especially if they're on a content management system of some sort, are going to have that. So if we go and we look for RSS again here, we'll find the same thing. Sometimes the structure of that feed is going to be a little bit different. You notice that it was the name /feed over here at Grit Daily, whereas on Entrepreneur, it's the name .rss. That doesn't really matter as long as there is a feed for you as an individual author. Now, you will find that some outlets don't have that. I've got a column over here at Inman that I just started writing. If we go to view page source, we go RSS. So there is something in part of the code, but if we jump down to the next one, they have an RSS feed, but it's only for the site as a whole. There's only 2 mentions of RSS in the entire section of code for this page. So we can see that there is not an RSS feed for the individual authors. So unfortunately, this would be one that you wouldn't be able to add into Amazon. But most of the sites are going to have that. It's part of something that's built into most of the modern content management systems, whether it's WordPress or Joomla or whatever else people are using. WordPress makes up the vast majority of the websites out there. So you're probably going to see it in most of the sites that you might write for. So let's pop back over here real quick and let's just see if it happened to show up yet. It probably didn't. No. Okay. In any case, it could be anywhere from a few minutes to a few hours. Like I said, when we were over here on this page, sometimes it says that it will take up to 24 hours. In my experience, I haven't seen it take anywhere near that amount of time, but this is something you can do that will take about 5 minutes. I think we've been here on this whole thing, even with me explaining it, we're probably at less than 5 minutes. So, if all you're doing is going in there and setting it up, you're looking at just a couple of minutes, nothing technical, nothing complicated, and it's going to help you to get more visibility. It's going to help you to be perceived as more authoritative, and it's just going to be beneficial all the way around. So hope you all found that helpful. If you did, I'd love it if you'd share this so that other people can benefit from it as well. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Thanks, everyone.